Hey folks, PK here. Alright, today we're going to be talking about surf fishing gear and tackle and where, when to fish and all that stuff related to surf fishing. Okay, this video is long overdue, so let's get started. Alright, for rod size, I use a 10-foot Salmon Steelhead Rod. This is a cabela's 20 trail IM8. It's rated as heavy action, and you can use up to a 2-ounce weight, which is what I use. And with a 10-footer, it allows me to chuck it way the heck out there. That's where all the big red tails are at. So that's the length that I recommend. It's a 10-footer. If you have, a rod that you feel comfortable using, go for it. But for me, this works really well. Okay, reel size. I am using a Stradic FK 5000. Works really well. It's really light. The rod and the reel weighs just roughly 1 pound, maybe 17 ounce. So it lets me, go all day without getting tired. So it's a really good combo. And the model number I will put on the screen. And so 10 foot, size 5000 reel. And for line size, I am using 40-pound braid, green. I used a 40-pound braid because sometimes I'm pulling in a lot of seaweed and I don't want that line to break. So I'm not gearing for the fish really. I'm just gearing for the heavy surf. All right, so let's talk about bait. Now, bait, you can use all kinds of bait for surf fishing. Live sand shrimp, clams, clam necks, lures, power bait, and a bunch of other stuff. But the #1 bait I recommend are these guys right here. These are the gulp sandworms. They are 2-inch camel color. These are just dynamite for surf fishing. The red tails love it. All right, so the 2-inch. If you get a 6-inch, just tear them in half. But that's a good bait right there. For alternative, I have tried the Berkeley power bait power worms. These work pretty good too, to my surprise. They work really well actually. I like these more because they're a little bit tougher and they stay on the hook better. So what I do is I cut off the tail and I cut them into little, like probably 2-inch strips. So there's a tail that I cut off right there. Okay. There's another one. And so you can have it like that. Just cut it off. And you can cut that in half. So power bait, power worms, and gulp sandworms. These work really well. This is what I use most of the time. Also, you can also use the rooster tail. I use the Fire Tiger color. This one right here. This is actually a 1/8 ounce, which is pretty small. As you can see, it's all bent up. The hook is a little bent up. So now I'm going to be using a 1/6 ounce, which is a little bit bigger. Hopefully the hooks won't bend this time. It's going to be a little bit stronger. So rooster tails, gulp, and the plastic worm is what I use mostly for bait. Okay. Alright, so for hook size, I use a #2 baitholder hook. You can get these at Bimart for 59 cents. What I do is I cut off the leader so I can thread my leader through the eye. So #2 baitholder, octopus hooks will work. Just use one that you're comfortable with. And you can also use a #6. I've seen people use those. So, but mainly I use the #2 because it keeps the little ones off and I don't want to mess with them. Alright, okay, for leader size I use 20-pound mono leader. The 20-pound test is kind of stiff, so it lets my line, my hooks and weight tangle less. So 20-pound test for the leader. So the weight size I use a 2-ounce disc sinker. 3-ounce I feel is a little bit too much. So this is a 2-ounce disc sinker right here. I just coated it red, easier to see, more attractive to the fish. So they come check it out. You can use a pyramid sinker, of course, bank sinker, teardrop, whatever you want. So 2-ounce sinker right there. Okay, so people ask me what cutter I use for my line. I use a Boomerang Cutter from Boomerang Tool Company right here. These work pretty good. I just attach it to my wader with this carabiner. All right. You can also use, of course, some of these fishing pliers have the cutter on them. They're the tungsten carbide. They work really well. So let's try that out. This is 50-pound braid. It's like that, see? So these work pretty good too. It acts as a pliers too, of course. So you get, 2 things in one. So it's pretty handy. You can get both of these from Amazon or Walmart.com. I don't remember what, I think this was around 10 bucks and probably the same for here. I don't remember, but again, Boomerang Cutter right there. All right, so what does my surf fishing tackle box look like? I got it right in front of me. This is it right here. So this little guy, it's small, it's compact, and that's all I need. It has just mostly hooks, my disc sinkers, and my rooster tail. I put my hooks on a safety pin right there. It's just easier to manage right there. So, and it all goes into the tackle box. I like it small like that because I can tuck it right inside my wader. I have a belt around my wader, and that acts as like a kangaroo pouch. So I can put all this in here, and my pliers and my knife and my cell phone. So I don't like to carry a lot of stuff because I'm usually pretty mobile on the surf. When the spot is slow, I just keep on moving down the beach. So I don't want to be carrying a lot of stuff. So that's all you need right there. All right, for keeping my fish, I also have a bag that I carry around. Right here, this is, I got this off Amazon as well. This is you've probably seen it once in my video. It's just a clam bag. And this is a belt. Actually, this belt came with a pants of mine and that I bought. I just sewed it together and put a carabiner on there, and I just strap it right around myself, just like that. So it's pretty easy. It's convenient. That way I don't have to go back to my tripod on not sitting on the beach. So I can just put it right here when I catch it. It saves me time. All right. Okay, so people have been asking me where and when to surf fish. Where? It's not a secret where. Anywhere along the Oregon coast is going to have red-tailed perch. I don't think there's any one beach that's absent of red-tailed perch. It's just everywhere. Some people say a steep slope beach is best, but no, because I fish on a steep slope beach and I've actually done kind of poor, and I've actually done really well on beaches that are kind of flat. Nye Beach, Barview Jetty, Coos Bay, and Seal Rock, Ona Beach, and so on. So flat beaches work pretty good for a red tail. When is the best time to fish for surf perch? No secret there. You can fish for them year round. I'm not sure where the idea of the best time is spring come from. Maybe because that's when they spawn. True. The best trip I ever had was actually the day after Thanksgiving on Night Beach last year. I was getting hit catching fish every cast, I kid you not. So I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe the stars and the moon aligned for me. No idea. But I've caught them in fall, early fall, late fall, winter, late winter, summer. I don't think I can, say 1 month is best over another month. So pretty much year round you can catch them. All right.